Hello, and in my last video, I showed you guys how to make this cute little hamburger guy. See him there? The cheese, and the tomatoes, and the face. There we go. Well, today I'm going to teach you how to paint him. I mean, obviously you guys know how to paint, so if you want to paint him purple and blue and green, that's your choice. But the way I paint him, I was going to show you. Well, the problem is the clay that I use, if you use the same clay, you'll know, comes apart very, very easily. So I'm going to show you, if you do use the same clay as me, how to put it back together again. Because it can be kind of difficult if you don't have super glue or you don't want to use super glue, how to put him back together like he was. And I think he went like this. So see, his little eyeball came off right here and his butt came off. So basically all you're going to do is taking some white acrylic paint, and this is Apple Barrel's vanilla ice cream. I'm just going to be putting it on a piece of cardboard, just a little bit. We're going to be using this to cover him completely. So just a little drop like that. And I'm going to be taking two different brushes. One is a chiseled, kind of stiff top one, and one is this really floppy, just really floppy brush, and that's what they look like. So mine's really dirty. Alright, so taking the smaller one, I'm just going to dip it in the paint. I'm going to put it on the bottom and put kind of a thicker layer, that way it sticks. There we go, just like that. And then picking it, there we go. Picking it up, you're going to take it and fill in these edges with paint. So if you have Palmer clay, like I said in the last video, you would not be painting it, so you kind of skip the step. Yours would be done after you bake it. I do not have that, and it is too expensive for me. So I stick with what I have and just kind of work around it. So if that means painting the whole thing white and then painting over it, it's fine. This little spot is not wanting to get covered. Oh, there it goes. So just kind of go in that crease right there and fill it in. And just let it sit. I mean, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I kind of did that right here at the top. So just let that sit there and dry. And whilst that's drying, I'm going to need a little bit more paint. Let's just move him off to the side. Put that there, and we'll connect the eye, because sometimes the eyeballs do fall off and the facial features do fall off. So now he's all whole again. The butt is connected. And what you're going to do is just where you want the eye to be, put paint. Put the eyeball on and press for a couple seconds so it kind of connects. And then taking a little bit more paint, you're going to paint over it and kind of seal it yet again. There we go. And I'm going to do this with all the facial features, that way none of them come off. Now luckily, only the eyeball fell off for me, but if they all fall off for you, just do this all over his face. And generally when I work with this clay, I work with homemade cold porcelain as well, but it's not as easy to work with. Like, I can't texture it as well as I textured that hamburger. Let's try turning this and try attaching it again. Let's try like that. Because for some reason, it's not wanting to connect. And I don't understand why. Oh, there we go. That's how it's supposed to connect it. Or not. I'm not sure how you can. Oh, like that maybe. Because whenever one area connects, the other area does not. So I'll just have to keep playing with that. It's okay though. This eyeball is pretty much now connected. And I'm just going to go over the whole thing. So I'm going to just release the bun, the bottom bun. And I'm going to go over this whole thing with white paint. That way everything is sealed together. The tomatoes, the cheese, the bun. Well, the meat. Just over the whole thing. And it's not that difficult. It's just fast paced. You don't want to get in every little crevice. Just kind of do a nice even coating over the majority of it. And keep going till you get about like that. And you can see, I don't know if you can see or not. Okay, there's like a grayish tone to it, and like it turns kind of cream colored. All right, I'm gonna try this bun yet again. I don't know why it's being so complicated with me. Let me just pack on the rest of this paint on here. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm gonna stick it in a jar that I have over here. And I'm going to figure out how this thing goes on. I'm thinking I just figured it out. There we go. Now let me get a little bit more. It may take a lot for you, like it is for me. Don't worry about it. Oh, man. All right. I have an idea. I'm just going to seal the edge and hope that with as much paint on it, it seals, because this is beginning to make me mad. And I originally got this idea to make the hamburger like this when I had the idea to make a set. I made like a hamburger, french fry set. I made the tray and I made the napkins and I made it all. And that's originally how I got started making these hamburgers. So it was fun. I did not think I was gonna be able to actually do it the first day I did it. So it seems to be the lighting is way too bright. Let me figure out. And this paint dries really fast. There, now you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I'll stable my finger over the lens. Alright, I don't think this bun's coming off, and I'm not going to pull too hard to find out. So now he's starting to they're starting to look similar. And I'm just going to I have a cup of water. Kind of look like milk because of all the light. And next we're going to make the bun color, and generally I don't paint that over everything. I do paint that over the hamburger meat, the bun, and the face, because I figure black can cover it. So basically what you're going to do is, I don't have the color to have that, so I mixed together 3 colors. I mixed together, and I don't even know if you can get this, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Apple Barrel one that you can get recently. This is Apple Barrel's Sunny Day. And I'm going to mix this, Folk Arts, Burnt Umber, it's just a brown, and then the vanilla ice cream from Apple Barrel. So basically what I do is, because this has such like a large opening compared to these right here, if you compare them, I use 1 squeeze of this per like 3 drops of this one. So 1 squeeze of this, because a lot comes out, per 1 drop of this, and then I separate this into 2 piles. So you see what I mean right now. I'm gonna put it over here, and I'm just gonna squeeze. See how a lot comes out no matter how much I squeeze? Okay, so like that. And then over here, I'm going to put like 2 or 3 drops of this. Generally, I start little and I work my way up a little bit. So then I use this one. I put that there. And I'll mix these till I get the color I want. Again, generally like a white cream, like this. And then I'll mix in some of this to make it darker. And don't worry about that. And you don't want it this dark. So, like I was saying, I'm just kind of mixing, and it kind of looks like the same color as this cardboard right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean off my brush. And generally I do not clean it off on a cardboard like that. I generally have like some form of paper towel or something, but I don't have that today. So let's go ahead and put in 1 more drop of yellow and 1 more drop of the white. And I'm gonna mix that all in and hope that it makes the color I need now, which it looks like it's going to. This is kind of green color, or cream color, I mean, I'm so sorry. And that's actually really good. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your little hamburger and you're gonna paint his face this brown, and it's gonna be look kind of different than what you painted him before, and that is okay, because you want him like slightly bread looking. And I'm very sorry if you can hear any background noises. I really hope you can't. You couldn't last time. Alright, it should look something like this. See, it turns a different color. So, I'm gonna go ahead and flip them over, and I'm gonna paint the bottom. And I do this first because I'm not gonna really stress myself over getting on the hamburger patty, because the hamburger patty, the hamburger patty is darker, so it can cover it a lot easier. So I'm gonna go ahead, oopsies, and kind of toss on the paint. And go ahead and clean off my brush. Now taking the brown color itself, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of tap it into where I think it needs to be. And this is the part that gets time consuming. So, and I wish I could just show you how to do it and then skip, but I do not have editing on my phone, which is what I record on. So get a little more, and I'm gonna just keep talking to you the whole thing. If you want to skip ahead, go ahead. And I just realized I forgot a color, but it's okay. This hamburger's eyes will just be this brown color. Or maybe, no, it'll be this brown color. There, now you guys can see what I'm doing better. And as you can see, I'm really almost done. It just takes time. I don't want to get it everywhere like I did before. And then you go back and cover it up, and it's a lot more time consuming that way. Okay, I think we're almost done. Okay. So now we have the little hamburger painted, and I'm going to just rinse off my brush because I don't need brown anymore. Okay. Next, I'm going to take red. So I'm using, again, I just mainly use Apple Barrel, but this is Apple Barrel's Flamingo Red, and this is right here. And I'm gonna just squirt a little drop. Oh, that's a lot. And go over the tomato. And sometimes it can be difficult to tell which is tomato and which is cheese, but you just gotta look at the layering. So as you can see right there's tomato, and over covering it is cheese. In some places you can't see tomato, and in some places you can't see cheese, and that is what I like about these hamburgers. They're cute but realistic. Okay, and that's all 4 tomatoes painted right there. So I'm gonna turn him, and you can see all 4 tomatoes. I'll go ahead and clean this off again. Now I'm taking the last color, or one of the last colors, and this is in Apple Barrel's Sunny Day, and it looks like this. And it's this really vibrant pink or red as you green, yellow. Oh my goodness, I don't know my colors today. Just went through the whole rainbow. And we're gonna just take it and cover the white spot. So and I'm gonna actually go over this within 2 layers. That way it's very, very vibrant that it's cheese. And don't worry if you get a little bit of yellow on the red. You can always go over it with red. In the spots you got it on it. And see, I got a little bit on the brown right there. Don't worry about too much about that. I mean, you can just simply go back over it again. Alright, and the cheese is painted, so I'm going to go back over and fix any mistakes that I made, and then move on to the face. Alright, so let's go over with brown first, I think. I think that's what we should do. Just a little bit there. Oopsies. I didn't even see I missed this much right here. And we're gonna get it right here. Just any spot you think need correcting, go ahead and do it. I mean, there's no problem. I'm actually gonna go over this tomato so it doesn't look as dysfunctional. And I'm not using a lot of paint, I'm just barely dipping it in. On the camera you see more white spots because you're looking kind of underneath. So looking underneath, I can easily go back and touch that up. That's the only red spot. All right, that looks a little better. All right. So now, oopsies, I'm gonna go back into that brown color and just do his face, and then I'm gonna do little white pupils, and we're done. So let's do his face and mouth. Let's go on this side. All right. So carefully, as carefully as you can. Here's one eye. Let's go ahead and do his mouth. You can do his mouth frowning. You can do his mouth just as a straight line. You don't have to do a face on it. The first ones I did not have a face, and then I went back and I added faces to the new ones. Alright, next, last eye. Alrighty. And that's your one time. If you want to stop there, you can stop there. If you would like to keep going, I'm going to do, keep going. The last step is really easy. One little dollop of paint, like that one right there. You're going to take the end of a toothpick or a paintbrush and dip it in. And kind of make pupils. And that's what it looks like. You could have even gone through and added pink circles to make him blushing. We don't have to do that. I didn't do it on this one. And he came out pretty cute. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed the painting and making tutorial. If you would like to see more, please leave a comment or thumbs up and subscribe. I could go through, you could even go through and see all the things that I have made and ask for a tutorial. If you would like the tutorial, just leave a comment down below and I will see what I can do. Have a good day. Bye.